have seen so many people get so excited when they have a mentor, when they get a mentor for the first time, but I found that a lot of times people make a lot of mistakes when they have a mentor. Of course, first thing I want to make sure that I truly believe in mentorship, and I truly believe that everyone's supposed to have a mentor, because it's very sad when they have only themselves to follow. When you have a mentor, a guide, it's much easier to succeed because someone who is there for you is able to tell you your blind spots. And of course, when you know your blind spots, you're able to succeed in life and work on your strengths and really move much faster than without a mentor. So today I will share four mistakes that most time mentees, young mentees that never had a mentor makes. And the first mistake is that a lot of times people believe when they started building a business that when they do something they need to speak with a mentor, but when they do not do anything and they're struggling, they stop communicating with a mentor. But that's false, because that's exactly when you're supposed to speak with a mentor. When you are struggling, when you're not doing the things that you want to do, when there is something that is bothering you, then is the best time to speak with a mentor, because mentor probably have been in your station. He have been struggling, he have been going through stuff, through self-doubts, with all the things that you're going through, and he will explain how to go through that phase, through that season much faster. Normalize your struggle and you will be able to move forward, because a lot of times it's nice to communicate with a mentor when you are moving forward, when you take actions, but when you don't do things, you fear that your mentor potentially will judge because you don't do all the things that you said you will do. But no, that is the best time to communicate with your mentor. So when you're struggling, then you reach out the most. Now, second thing is that most time young entrepreneurs are people who go to a mentor, they're going for validation but not for input, because every time when you go to a mentor we need to ask for perspective. But so many times people go to a mentor and they say, okay, this is what decision what I made, this is what I will do. But when you go with the decision that you had already made and explain what you will do, like how mentor could help you? Will not be able to help you because you already made a decision. But if you go to a mentor and say, this is what I am thinking, this is what decision I would love to make, do you have any perspectives or inputs that I could consider before I make a decision? Because why you need a mentor if you're already making decisions without your mentor, and then you just report your decisions to your mentor? And that's just false, because you're not supposed to look for validation, but you need to look for input. Now, number three is very interesting and tricky one. A lot of times people and mentees, young mentees, tell to their mentor what they think mentors want to hear, not what it's truly happening. Because when you tell what you think your mentor wants to hear, you're not able to be vulnerable and explain everything what is going on in your life, for sure. Because when you think about what's going on and you explain everything on details, every single detail, that means that the mentor will be able to have a clear picture of what's going on and will give the best advice that you could come out of your station. But if you share all the things with your mentor and you leave some things outside of the picture, now what it means that your mentor doesn't know full picture, and because he doesn't have full picture of your problem, of all your station, that means he's not able to give you the 100% clear advice, because those things that you didn't say, it might be that impacts all your actions, and his advice could not be the best, and might be that you will not come out of your station because you were not able to share the whole picture. So it's very important to explain every single detail to your mentor, that he could give you the best advice. Now, and after that there is one more. Now, number 4 is asking for perspective but do not implement anything. A lot of times people say, okay, it will not work, and they disregard the advice and perspective. But this is not how mentorship works. When you get a perspective, you need to implement something in that advice, because after a while mentor will not want to give you any advice because you do not implement anything. That means that people become assholes. So that means they ask like a hole, every advice goes in a hole and it disappears, and why are you supposed to throw advices in a hole? Of course, you need to implement the advices and perspectives that you receive. And of course, after you receive the perspective, you receive advice, you implemented something from your advice, and then report what worked, what didn't work back to a mentor. Because how mentor is supposed to know what worked, what didn't work, if you're not able to bring back, report what worked and what didn't work? So those four is very, very important that we learn how to overcome as fast as possible, because those four things are slowing you down. So the first one was that you always want to make sure that you communicate consistently. It doesn't matter, you succeed or you fail, you always need to communicate with your mentor. Second, you always need to look not for validation but for input. Third one is that you need to explain every single detail that the mentor could give you the best advice possible. And number four is that when you ask for advice and perspective, implement something from that advice and perspective and bring back, report what worked and what didn't work. And when you implement those four things, I believe that your communication with the mentor will improve a lot, and you will be able to achieve much more than before. I hope you will choose to win, and see you tomorrow.